Hello, everybody. I'm Del of Dallas, and welcome to the Del Help Show. Today, I have a good friend of mine, Chris, and today we're going to be talking about something that we both discovered on the subject of weight loss, healthy aging, better all health, and how to actually get paid for things that you're probably already doing. Chris, say hi to everybody.
Hey guys, what's going on? Dell, thanks so much for being on the show. This is exciting. You've got a great program. I'm excited to be on here. Thank you guys for hearing us out. We are coming at you live from Fresno, California, and have the coolest stories to share with you guys. So thank you. I'm excited to kick things off, Dell.
So today, what me and Chris want to talk to you about is the proper nutrition for yourself and have a way for it to pay for itself or get paid and have it pay for itself at the same time.
Why not?
So, Chris, can you share with the people, your background and who you are
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hey guys, once again, my name is Chris Connell. You can find me on Instagram at CHRISW Connell, which is CONNELL. Chris W. Connell, that's my handle. I'm excited to be bringing this to you guys. We have an incredible opportunity here that we wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so yes, my background. I've come from an acting background, a performing background. I'm a natural artist, actor, model. I do just a little bit. Based out of Santa Monica, California. So, like many people, I came to California. I moved from New York. I went to school out there. I was looking for an opportunity to find something that supported my passion as an actor. I was looking for a job that was flexible, but that still filled my soul and something that I was excited about. Obviously, we're here to share you what I found. So I was a personal trainer for over 7 years. I've worked with every type of body type out there and every person. I've heard every story. I've seen every nutrition gimmick and this and that. And my gosh, at a certain point, your head spins with all the options that we have out there today. Lots of fad diets. I know you guys that are watching know exactly what we're talking about. So, yes, again, I'll hint to you now, I found a solution. It is the coolest, most incredible thing ever. So I was an actor. I'm sorry. I was a trainer. I was training 7 clients a day. You know what it's like when your schedule is just completely jam-packed. And I no longer found myself in an opportunity where I was even able to apply myself as an actor. I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing great as a trainer, but my God, this stinks because, like, what the heck? I'm not even acting anymore. And one day, a friend, she came up to me. She says, "You're an actor. I know that." She said, "You have so much more to offer. You're not living your truth. You're just training." And I love training. Training, it fills my soul too. I love training. But I knew that there's something bigger for me out there. Okay, that's when she says, "Chris, you need to learn about an opportunity that I'm going to share with you. I work with the most incredible nutrition systems in the world, and I help build teams and develop leaders that share and use this nutrition system." So, Del, I'm basically skipping a little bit ahead here because I'm excited, but I'm just giving you guys a little sneak peek about what we found. Del and I, the partnership we've created and the team that we're building, and now I can tell you I am living my truth. I am offering more to this world. I'm connecting and helping and sharing with more people than I ever imagined. It's insanity, guys. It's so much fun. And that's why we're just like buzzing, because we need to share this same message to you and share what Del and I and the rest of our incredible team have discovered. So yes, I'm acting more than ever. I've got more time freedom, and I'm living my truth. Every day is a gift. It's a blessing, and I'm excited to be here. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
So to give everybody, and Chris isn't acting now, right?
That's right.
But to give everybody a little bit of my background, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 15 years old, and I was fortunate enough to have somebody come in. I work for my dad's own waterbed shop, and I'll probably a lot of people out there, what's a waterbed? Well, it's probably the most awesome way to sleep. I have no idea why they don't sell that many anymore, because I love mine, especially in the wintertime, getting in the warm bed.
Yeah, I had a waterbed.
So anyway, I've always looked for opportunities to better people's lives. The background, you say driven by passion. Well, really what it is passionate about changing lives. So what happened is about in December, I weighed about 258 pounds. And I went to my doctor and he said, Dell, you're obese. Well, you don't want to hear that. And so he puts me on high blood pressure medicine and they check all my cholesterol. And, I really should have been at that point on, the high cholesterol medicine. But I told him, hey, I don't want to take drugs. There's got to be a better way. Mm-hmm. And he said, Dell, you need to exercise and you need to lose weight. Well, I started exercising and I was walking, 10 to 12 miles a day, but I plateaued at about 228 pounds. Now, Chris, you were sharing something about, the body needs to be shocked every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so the crazy thing is my son-in-law, he got started on, the program that I'm on and that Chris is on right now, and he lost like 21 pounds in about a month or something like that.
Crazy. Yeah.
So anyway, I thought, well, you know what? I'm pretty skeptical about things, and being an entrepreneur, I have opportunities presented to me all the time. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't feel good about any of them because I got hooked up with a few, but it just seems like all they cared about was other people trying to make them rich.
Right.
And I'm way ahead of what we're going to talk about today, because this is what I know, Chris. You can be the richest man in the world, but if you're sick, you're poor physically.
Right. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. You guys have heard that before.
So anyway, in December, I said, I got to make a change because I was going to turn 60 in May, which I did turn 60 in May. So I started the same nutrition lifestyle change, I'll say. It's not a diet, okay? No. I've tried diets, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I've tried most of them. They're like fads. And what they don't tell you is if you get off the fad, you usually gain more weight than what you put on.
That always happens, yeah.
So anyway, I got started, and that's how I met Chris.
Right.
And then, of course, we have a team of people we're going to talk about later on in the show.
Yeah.
But it's the support team. It's when you win, we win.
Right. So this is great, and what Dell's doing, we're kind of skipping to the end here because we're so excited. We're giving you like the sneak preview for what we're going to be packing in today. So now that you guys that are watching that have already tuned in with us, we appreciate your support, by the way. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so now you have an idea of what our conversation is going to be about. Right. Now let's rewind this story. Let's start at the top here and work our way back. Why are we here? Well, guys, those of you that are watching are well aware we have a health crisis in this country and really globally.
In the world.
Yeah,
correct. Absolutely.
The whole world, we're still trying to figure things out. Sometimes it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We've got people, the obesity epidemic is as taxing as it could be on our health system. People literally cannot move forward in their lives because they're either out of shape, they're winded, their medical bills are packing up. Obviously, for us Americans here, we all know our healthcare system and all the issues that it has, and we're just stacking the deck of problems because we have an epidemic, guys. You have heard about this for so long, and it's true. We aren't BSing you. People are sick. People are absolutely sick. We've seen it. Our friends, family, we all have been there and know that. And we know there's a problem. Dell, we know that this didn't just sneak up on us last year. We've known about this for the longest time. And the problem is there's just nothing being done about it. People are having a harder time more than ever because they're being bamboozled with all these, like, try this diet and the keto diet next and this and that. And guys, there's nothing wrong with looking for a solution. But now at this point, there's just so much stuff out there. Dell, people are getting lost, and it's I don't blame it. I understand eating healthy it is not so simple. It's almost hard to find.
This is what I found out. We talked about this earlier about statistics and stuff like that, mm-hmm. Chris. And since 1978, on average, our fruit and vegetables have lost 25% of their nutrition. So even if you're on the best diet, and you're still not getting what the body requires, and this is crazy. We're actually required by the government. I don't have a lot of trust in a lot of things that they say, but 12 servings of vegetables and fruit a day.
How does that happen?
It ain't gonna
Who's doing
happen.
that's watching?
Right.
This? Seriously, we're live streaming this, guys. Feel free to tune in. Anybody has anything to say? Like, seriously, who is? It's crazy.
You can't. How can you do it? And
No,
even if
absolutely
you
not.
are doing it, you're still lacking.
Right.
And so today we want to talk about the problem of today's society. We want to
Right.
talk about nutrition. We want
Absolutely.
to talk about health.
Right.
And then we're going to talk about, the old business model versus the 21st century business model.
We're excited to share that with
which
you guys.
most people are already doing. However, Chris, not many are getting paid for it, are they?
No, absolutely. Which brings us to problem number 2. We've established there's a nutritional problem, there's a health problem, and guess what there also is, guys? Many of you feel it, and every day there is a financial crisis just the same. We are in debt more than we've ever been. People are looking for solutions. People feel like they have their hands tied behind their back because it's just getting harder and harder for people to figure out, why do I feel like I'm going backwards? You know, the average American savings is like, guys, the number is scary. I don't want to make one up for you, but I know that the average American does not have enough money to literally survive like a month if they lost their job. If you guys are watching this and you've been there, you feel that pain. We've all been there. It stings. It's confusing. It's tough. Being an adult is tough.
So let's think about this for a minute, Chris. Right. So, what I determine to put in my body is my choice.
Right.
See, my destiny as far as where I work is my choice. But there's, for a lot of people, there's not a whole lot of choices out there.
No, absolutely not.
And we get put into this where we feel comfortable. And because we feel comfortable, we're afraid to make change.
Absolutely.
And see, for me, that was one of the hardest things. Because, see, my past, I don't want to get on all of it, but it boiled down to my favorite thing to do was go out and eat.
Yeah.
And I love to eat.
Sure.
And, I was addicted to eating. And I knew, Chris, that I was hurting myself. I knew it was wrong.
Yeah, we all do it. And look, it's nothing to be ashamed of, guys. There's just so few quality options out there. I get it. It's overwhelming. We all have goals for ourselves, and then all of a sudden it just collapses. And honestly, financially and health-wise, the two really kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
People just feel discouraged. They get overwhelmed. There's too many options and too many bad options. So if you're watching this, you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're clocking in and clocking out, it's a dollar earned for per hour you work, you are limited. You are not reaching your full potential, and there is something so much bigger out there for you. That's why we're here. We're just wanting to share. We've got a health crisis. We have a financial crisis. I'm using that word because A, it's true, but B, it's time to wake up. We cannot casually just let this keep going. We're not going to let ourselves fall apart. Dell and I lead an incredible organization. We're thrilled to say, guess what? If you're freaking out right now, don't. There is an option.
We're going to talk about it today.
We have something for you. It's an incredible solution. Dell, by the way, has been modest in not saying right away, this man has countless years, decades of training experience, of life coaching, health coaching, financial coaching. This guy is like an encyclopedia for those who are looking to upgrade their business. He's a genuine guy. He's an incredible guy. I can't wait for him to share his story with you, which we're going to be talking about soon here as well. So we have years, decades of experience. I know I come from a health and nutrition background. Dell here comes from an entrepreneurial business mindset, coaching background. Together, we found something, we partnered up, and we have something. It is very special. So if you're watching this and any of this resonates, if you're tired of being an unhealthy person, if you're tired of sitting on the sidelines and watching your kids run by you while you play, if you're tired of just feeling the weight of just trying to eat your way to Friday evening only to start it all over again, this is for you. We have a solution. It does not have to be that way, and it is a choice. That's why we're excited to be here.
I have a saying, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, I was watching a Packer football game, and the quarterback for the Cowboys. He won 3 Troy Aikman.
Okay.
So anyway, we're running up the score, which I was very pleased about. My son-in-law probably hated, but it was like 58-7, and the Dallas Cowboy pushed our offensive line, and out comes the flag, and because he was upset because they're getting beat so bad. And Troy Aikman said something that just stuck with me, Chris. He said, "If you don't like something," I was always taught, "Stop it."
No kidding.
If you don't like where you're at, you have the ability to stop it. And how I know this is I have been stopping it. You see, when I started the program, I'm going to say 45. We'll say 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather quote long than quote short.
Right.
I'm down to 207 pounds.
It's crazy.
I can't remember the last time in my life where I weighed 207 pounds.
That's awesome.
I can't remember where I felt better than I felt right now. And it's just because of making adjustments.
Right. And let me ask you here.
changing.
So you aligned yourself, what Dell's speaking about is a nutrition system that he and I, when I originally introduced this to him and so many other great people in our organization. Dell, let me ask you this. Were you a nutritionist or have a nutrition background?
No.
Do you have a personal trainer or have some giant fitness background behind you?
No.
Are you some type of nutrition wizard? Basically, what I'm trying to get here to, guys, what we're trying to share is this is an opportunity for anyone of any age.
And it's simple.
It's so simple. It's so simple.
I don't have to go to a restaurant and go, how many calories is this? How many calories is that? Or I have to count every single calorie.
Right.
Because, we just did the drive-through Starbucks. Okay.
We did. I needed a coffee before we were coming into the studio. It was my fault.
So they have this little cake thing.
You guys
and I go,
pop?
it's this big. And I go, it's 160 plus calories. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I made myself a shake today under 5 minutes and drank it.
Yeah.
So my entire lunch took 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It only had 240 calories.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably pop 10 of those little cake things.
I know.
In 5 minutes. And that would have put me at 1,600 calories.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Now, here's what's interesting, though, Chris, was what I found out is when I eat junk food, my body wants more junk food.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. It's an addiction, and the obesity epidemic is as serious. Being as that obese is as dangerous as being a smoker.
It actually is more dangerous, is what I found, according to Stanford.
It's crazy.
Now, this is what blew me away, Chris, is when I studied today, because, no, I'm not a nutritionist. However, I am studying nutrition because I don't want to die sick.
No, absolutely.
I want to die when it's my time, not because of, I don't want to be all drugged out for months.
Right.
But anyway, so what I found out was interesting, Chris, is 33% of the women of the world are obese, and only 31% of the men. I would have thought it would have been the other way around.
Yeah.
Because women generally are more I don't know what's the word, more concerned about how they look than guys.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit more health conscious. Generally, I can understand where you're coming from with that. Absolutely. But it's a problem that we're all facing on both sides of the net. You know what I'm saying, guys? So, okay. So Dell already he started giving you sneak peeks over here about the nutrition system that he aligned with himself personally. Obviously, that's the same that I and this great team have been working with. We're talking about an opportunity. We've established what the problems are. Here's what our solution is. We found it. It's hot, red hot. We're excited about this because if you saw what we saw, guys, if you saw the transformations, your head would spin and you'd be like, I need to know more about that. So that's why we're going to go ahead and spit it and deliver it to you right now. Okay, so Dell, what are we talking about?
Well, first of all, step one, we'll talk about step one. You have to recognize that there's a problem.
Yes.
Okay.
That we know.
You got to recognize that, there's a problem. Now, step two is okay, when the opportunity or the right opportunity presents itself, now we have to act upon it. Mm-hmm. We have to apply what we're going to learn. We're going to have to, the ACT, Chris. A stands for apply. C, make changes where you make changes. and T, teach others.
That's
that's what we're doing right now. Right now. So we're practicing what we preach.
Heck yeah, we are. No, he's not joking, guys. We lead an incredible team of wonderful people. We're not just using a nutrition system here. We are educating ourselves. So here's here's what we've aligned ourselves. Some of you that are watching right now are saying, all right, Chris, all right, Del, we've been hearing something about shakes. We've been hearing about nutrition systems. What are you guys talking about? Go ahead and spit it out. I'm going to deliver that to you right now. That is this. We connect people from around the world to the most advanced nutrition system in the world that goes without question. That is Isogenics. That is the company that we have aligned ourselves with. That's the organization that we lead. It is the advanced. I'll say it like this. Pretend it's like the Rolls Royce of nutrition systems. You've heard about some of these other fad ones. We're going to let them slide under the radar there. This is the best of the best. Okay. Some of you that are watching have different health goals. Every body type is different. Every person has different goals.
Financial goals.
That's right. Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of the people that are watching right now, I mean, it's not even, well, depending on where they're at in the world, but they're probably at work.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the people that aren't at work are at home.
Right.
And see, some of the most successful people with the system that we're doing are stay-at-home moms.
Which is crazy. Right. So there's a financial opportunity, by the way. We're talking nutrition here. We're also talking financial opportunity. And guess what? The two are under the same exact umbrella. As I just mentioned before, we work with Isogenics Nutrition Systems. Go to www.isogenics.com if you want to take a sneak peek, although we've got all the information that we really would like to connect you with. Okay, so Isogenics, what does it do? They create the world's most impressive new advanced nutrition systems. Obviously, biggie, one that you aligned yourself with was for what? What goals did you have?
Health and weight.
Weight loss. So weight loss system, obviously a super huge important system. A lot of people are raving about our weight loss system. We also have performance, healthy aging, and energy nutrition systems. Okay, so different systems for different people with different goals.
Strokes for different
folks. That's right. All right, so Del came up. He said, I'm looking for a solution. I'd like to lose some weight. I want to cut back. Bingo, we're going to connect him to the weight wellness nutrition system that we have for you. So it arrives at your doorstep in 3 days. It's crazy easy. We're going to talk about it.
Let's talk about that for a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Because like me, I'm an Amazon member.
Right.
And it cost me like $109. And at Christmas time, Chris, I'm guilty. I don't want to go to the stores. I don't want to face the crowds.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't even want to go to the grocery store, although I still go to the grocery store. But what I do now is, I paid for my membership, okay? And then what happened was, Chris, is first I got started with the shakes. Then I started teaching myself, hey, my family members, heart problems. We've had cancer in the family. Mm-hmm. I know people that, whose, loved ones have Alzheimer's.
Right.
And these people deteriorate right before their eyes.
It's scary.
And what I know about medicine, and I'm not saying this is going to heal anybody or anything else like that, okay? We don't make that claim.
No, absolutely not.
But the best maintenance is preventive maintenance. So what I started doing, Chris, is I started off with, shakes and stuff. But then I started doing research. Well, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Well, the thing about it is the company who we're involved with, they've done all the research. The only reason why I research it is because for my own family, for my own friends.
Absolutely.
If somebody has Alzheimer's, or somebody has diabetes, or somebody has liver issues, or somebody has heart issues, or somebody has cancer, I mean, what are the things that we can do now to prevent that from happening to us?
I think you're doing it.
I am doing it.
I think you found a nutrition system that you paired yourself with.
Yeah, and so what I found out, and this is what I've known for a long time, in this country, and not just in this country, Chris, but I don't know if you know this or not, there's no money in cure.
No.
They just want to control
Heck no.
I mean, they're really big on, prescribing this, prescribing you that.
Right.
Well, To give you an idea how serious this is, okay, watch any commercial on the latest drug out, okay? And then they're going to tell you the warning of the side effects.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
The side effects
outweigh the problem.
Right.
Wait, so it's gonna cure my sneezing during allergy season, but then it's gonna give me a headache. It's gonna make me nauseous. It's gonna make me go blind. It's gonna make my heart explode. No.
No, there's a better way.
There is a better way. We found that. Dell found that. We connect ourselves to the most advanced nutrition systems on the planet. No questions about it. Dell personally connected with the weight wellness system. He's seen significant changes in his physique, in his waistline, in his energy. He's just one of so many incredible stories. We cannot wait, obviously, to share more with you guys here. We've got a ton of them. Obviously,
well, you know, Chris, I was at 48 inches from my belly around.
Oh, it's crazy. He looks so different, guys.
So now, you know, in 2.5 months, or well, I'll say 3 months, a size 36. My wife, who was a size 8, she'll tell you borderline 10 is down to a size 4, and she's borderline size 2 now.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And we're talking just making changes.
Really basic changes. Nothing. We're not rewriting. We're not redesigning the wheel here, guys.
No.
It's simple. Plug and play. That's all it did. Dell wanted a solution. We plugged him into one. He plays. He plays very well now. A guy like me, obviously, I've aligned myself with the performance system. We don't all have weight goals, right? Some of us are athletes or are already trained hard in the gym, but you're looking to finally break through, you know, some of that plateau that you might have experienced for a long time now. You want to change the game. This is it. I connected personally with a performance system of my own. It's the most advanced nutrition system, again, I'll keep saying it, in the world. I saw incredible changes in my performance, in my energy. It's whole nutrition. It's complete nutrition. This isn't just stuff that you're going to go find at GNC and it glows in the dark and it's so unregulated. No, we're talking about natural, healthy nutrition systems here, guys.
If you walk underneath the black light, you don't glow.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, we're not, I'm not going to put any of that into my body. No.
So what's interesting, Chris, you know, you talk about the energy part about it.
Right.
This is what I noticed before, like when I travel, you know, the time change. A lot of times when I travel to the East Coast, and they'll have me speak at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, the 8 o'clock in the morning there is 5 o'clock in the morning here, which is you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning here, and you got to be ready to go at 5 a.m. Well, okay, that's good and everything. So for about 2 or 3 days, I expend all my energy. And what happens is, before, I would be burnt out for a week.
Yeah.
Since the program, since the last time I've been on the air here, since this program and being on the program, the last time I went, I got, 4, 8, probably about 15 hours of sleep in 3 days. Okay? Flew home, got off the plane, and was ready to go. No burnout time. No stress. Just ready to go. Plenty of energy. Right. You know, and I use this example, and I wished I should have brought it. And if you got a $200,000 Lamborghini, and you're putting 108 octane in it, which is the highest quality of racing fuel that I know of. There might be 116 or higher, but that I know of. That car is going to do everything it's made to do.
Right.
But if we put cheap watered down gas in it,
you're going to get out what you put in, Dell.
And how much more valuable is our body than that car?
Yeah, absolutely. So some of you might be saying, okay, Dell, okay, Chris, we get it. You've got incredible stories. By the way, those are just a few, a tip of an iceberg of some of the great stuff we have to share with you. Obviously, you'll have an opportunity to connect with us after the show. We'd love to share more of those stories with you. We have people on our incredible nutrition team left 40, 50, 60 pounds. Far beyond that, it's insane. We've got trained pro athletes now that have aligned themselves with our exact nutrition. We have the most advanced system in the world. I'll just keep saying it because it's so true.
Well, you know, it's. I want everybody to think about this, okay? You take science and you take nature, because everything that we need is already here. just the challenges. For example, Chris, I take the isogreens.
Yeah.
There's 30 different vegetable combinations.
That's right. All the
Every single
phytonutrients you're looking for.
vegetable has its value, its health value.
Right.
So if I was going to go out shopping for all these things, I'd actually have to go all over the world.
Oh, yeah, it's incredible. It's all in one convenient spot. It arrives right at your doorstep. So let's just say this. Let's run a little example here. So, Dell, you came to me. You said, hey, Chris, I'm looking for a health solution. I'm looking to finally get hold of this. I can't do this anymore. I'm overweight. I'm out of shape. I don't feel myself. I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. I know where I should be. Can you help me? Well, I'm going to say absolutely. Yes, I can, Dell. What we're going to do is ask Dell what his goals are. He's going to share that with me, and I'm going to pair him with a nutrition system that is tailored specifically for him. What does that do? It's so simple. It shows up at your doorstep in 3 days. It's a guide. It's a 30-day program that obviously we encourage that you continue and stick with. And literally, we're not replacing food here, guys. No. We're just saying use this as a guide, a template that you loosely could follow. And even if you did it half correct, you're still going to be seeing advances in your health, and you're going to be getting closer to your goals daily. Now, go ahead, Del.
Well, for me, for example, okay, no, I'm not a nutritionist. I've said this, Chris said this.
Right.
But what happened is when I started on the product, I start feeling so good. Why am I feeling so good? See, I got to know. I'm one of those guys, and I got to know. Yeah. And sometimes they use terminologies and things that I can't even say. But then I started doing research. And then I started looking around about my family and my loved ones.
Yeah.
And then when they see me, like when I went to go get my haircut last week, the girl goes, Dell, you look great.
We hear that all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
It's crazy.
And I'm a type of person where I've had to learn how to say thank you to somebody when they compliment me because I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
And now
get used to it.
It happens all the time.
Get used to it, Dell.
Now, I want you to think about from 258 pounds.
Yeah.
I weighed myself the other day. I'm at 207. So I'm 3 pounds less than my goal weight was 210. So now, Del, what do? You got
to move the bar.
Yeah. So
new goal. Exactly.
That's what I'm going to do because for my height, 6 foot tall, they say 170 to 190. Well, I wasn't sure, about that, loss or being in that category. However, I do know this, Chris. When I first started walking because I was overweight, it was hurting my joints.
Yeah, of course.
I'm embarrassed to say I couldn't even bend over to tie my shoes.
Yeah, something we all can relate to. Yeah.
And when I was a kid, when I graduated in high school, size 28, 36 pants. Mm-hmm. So I could eat anything. But something happened.
Right.
And it wasn't good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then, I started cooking. Well, Chris, he's eating a couple of my meals. I joke around, but I don't mess around.
That's for sure.
And one of my things when I learned how to cook was to make, desserts because I love desserts. Chris, right. I was born, or I was raised, I should say. Every night before we went to bed, we had a candy bar and milk.
Sounds good.
It was only a nickel for a candy bar.
Yeah.
Now those candy bars are $1.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, guys, we found a solution. We got tired of where we were at, and we made the change. Don't let yourself get left behind. We're going to share this opportunity. So this is great. We found great nutrition systems ranging from performance to weight loss and everything in between. That's incredible. We know what it does. We have the results. We've seen it before our eyes in the nutrition team that we lead. Great. A lot of you might be asking, okay, Chris, all right, Del, this sounds great. Is this going to cost me an arm and a leg? Is this going to be something now that I'm going to be like, what's the catch here? Because this sounds good. I'd like to learn more, but how much is this going to cost?
Well, actually, that's the best part.
It is the best part.
Because
seriously.
What I found out, because I was eating out all the time.
Yeah.
I was hitting drive-thrus. See, Chris, my idea of diet, and hopefully I don't get in trouble for this, was an In-N-Out burger with no cheese and skip the fries.
And now you're supposed to hit your weight goals, right?
Right. But see, I was counting calories. That was the problem. See, when you count calories, man, you'll be counting forever. I had the app on my phone.
It's exhausting.
How
You
much
guys
is this?
know
How
my
much is
fitness
that?
pal, and so if you're not in the mood to count calories for the rest of your life, or weigh food for the rest of your life, or meal prep on Sundays for the rest of your life, this is an alternative solution. No, it doesn't cost a lot. In fact, it doesn't really cost us anything at all. Here's why, and this is where the financial opportunity welds with the
I don't want to
nutrition
get into
solution.
that yet.
I'm giving you a hint. I'm hinting
we're
to
not
them.
going to talk
excited.
about that
We're
yet.
going to talk about that.
We got that in store for
Let's
you.
just say it ain't costing us a lot at all. In fact, I'll tell you what it does cost. To get started with one of our nutrition systems, we kick off the incredible symphony of products ranging from complete macronutrient-dense meal replacement shakes to natural metabolism accelerators. We have botanical minerals that are stress-relieving products, and we've even got things that are to help you go to sleep and ease digestion. It's a complete symphony, and that's just a tip of an iceberg of what we're offering here. It comes in a complete system. It's designed for your complete total health. It's $10 a day. That's to get kicked off with, guys. Think about that now. So, Del, if you used to go back and calculate what you'd spend on lunch, on breakfast, on snacks, on that Frappuccino at Starbucks, what the average American, what are we spending every day on food? And not just food, generally junk food, unhealthy food.
Well, let's talk about it for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say what I used to do is I used to do smoothies, right?
Oh, I know where this is going.
So I was buying spinach. I was buying kale because I heard those are really good for you, and they are good for you.
They are.
Okay. So then I was using honey.
Okay.
I was using raw apple cider vinegar. I was using cinnamon, plus all the vitamins that I bought. And then I'd put either peaches or bananas or mango. I was turning it up. So I'm going to say, for me and my wife, I'm going to say $3,
Okay.
which is cheap. I want to go cheap for a reason.
Okay.
So then I started finding out about vitamins. Do you know not all vitamins are digestible?
I've seen a lot of stuff out there. Yeah.
So it just goes right through you is what I'm talking about. So really what you did is, when you go potty, you just flush that down the toilet. So then for lunchtime, $3.55 is what my burger was costing me. So I'm going to say I was about $6.50 a day. So right now I'm $3.50 less than what I'm spending right now. Well, here's what extra $3.50 got me. Okay, Chris?
Sure.
I went from 258 to 207. I feel better than I ever felt before in my entire life. My joints don't hurt no more. Instead of walking, if I want to, I have the energy to run. I'm not all stressed out like I was before. Little things don't tick me off like they used to tick me off. I'm not hungry.
Sure.
And the more I'm on the solution that we're talking about, the less those bad things that I were doing, Chris,
For sure.
stop talking to me.
Yeah.
The candy bars, I don't even consider it. See,
Complete
before,
change of appetite.
when I was exercising, I'm like, okay, I'm on the treadmill and I'm on here, I burn 500 calories. Then I look at candy bar and I'm at 300 calories. I go, well, I'll give up. I gained 5, but am I going to give up 300 for that candy bar? You know what, Chris? I would do it.
Right.
It was sad.
And this isn't costing Del an arm and a leg. This isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg. Guys, we're talking $10 a day. What are you spending on your lunch? Ask yourself right now, when you go to that Starbucks drive-thru, what's that bill like? I've seen it many times. I've experienced it many times. So if you're saying, man, that's just too much, $10, that is, guys, this is silly.
We're going to show you at the end of the show where we can actually get it for free.
Absolutely. Which is incredible.
With things that you're already doing right now.
Absolutely. So these are complete macronutrient dense meal replacements, guys. So this is replacing all the bad habits that you were making, all those runs out to lunch that cost you time, they cost you gas, money, everything. It adds up, guys. So if you're saying $10 a day. I can't do $10 a day. You already are. In fact, you're likely doing a lot more than that.
$10 a day.
So,
and then how are you feeling for what you're paying for?
oh, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So
let me share something else with you. You know, we're just not talking about a system here or a lifestyle change. The support
it's incredible.
of other people that, you know, like for me, you know, other people that understand. Like for me, Chris, you know, when I first started walking, I go, hey, I'm going to lose weight. I have to lose weight. I don't want to go on any more drugs. In fact, I want to get on the drugs that I'm on. What happened is I was walking in the dark, man. I went off the trail. I sprained my knee. Well, that took me out for 2 weeks. I had to go to a chiropractor, and he had to work on my knee. So I got that going again. So I'm back on the trail again. Then what happens is I get a blister on my little pinky. I've never heard of such a thing, but the shoes I were wearing were the wrong type of shoes. So that took me out of the game. So I went through all this struggle, and eventually I did start losing weight. But the challenge is that I was in so much pain. If I wouldn't have been as determined as I would have quit.
Yeah.
And see, a lot of people I know out there, man, they tried, they go to the gym, they got gym memberships they're not even using. I mean, the gyms, and they're, you know, January 1st is right around the corner. That's when the gym business booms. But then how many people, you know, for the first month, it's packed. And then after that, it slows down.
So, Dell, you already alluded to something that I'm really excited about, which is a lot of you watching this, we did mention early on there's a health solution that we're bringing to you. We're also going to be bringing to you a financial solution. That's always a fun topic to talk about. Okay, Dell also said something about getting our products paid for.
Yeah.
So that's
We're
pretty
gonna talk
cool.
about that
I'm
later.
excited about that.
Because I want to talk about some other things because, see, Chris, in your 30s,
Yeah.
I just turned 60. Well, part of the process that I found out about is that what they call healthy aging. See, this is what I know and this is what I've learned, that you can be skinny, but that doesn't mean you're healthy.
No, it's not.
That's just the outside. It's kind of like, you know, we got this beautiful car, but it don't run. It looks good on the outside, but when we try to take it somewhere, it doesn't go anywhere. So the healthy aging part of things that how your body just breaks down naturally because of age. Then when we add the environment on top of that, Chris, now we're fueling that aging process. And so, you know, how do we grow old gracefully? How do we grow old where we don't have people taking care of us or shoving us away in a home or something like that? See, I don't want that. I don't want to live that. You know, we haven't done it with our family members, and I don't want my kids having to come to that, because I know there's people out there that are watching right now, Chris, that know exactly what I'm describing here.
Yeah.
And Chris, do you know what a chief aim in life is?
I guess not. No.
A chief aim in life, everybody, is when you find what you're made for, and you're passionate about that chief aim in life. Well, Chris, my chief aim in life is, number one, come against sickness. Number two, come against poverty.
I think we addressed
Those are my
options
chief
here.
aim in life. So sickness, not only for myself, but for my friends, for my families, those people that are watching right now. See, because it's like poor. The good news to the poor is you don't have to be poor no more. The good news to the sick is you don't have to be sick no more. Or you don't even have to put yourself in that position, because I can't tell you how many people that I talk to all the time, because I have friends all over the world, and there's sickness in every family. It's sad. And why is that? Well, the farmers, they don't let the land rest for 7 days. That's or 7 years. They crop rotate. They put fertilizer on it. And Chris, I don't know if you know this or not, but 30 years ago, I was involved with water softener and water purifiers. There was a show called 2020, Chris. In 2020, they start off the show and they drive down these palm trees and they go to this place that's about 5 miles away from where I live. And they talk a thing about DBCP. Well, DBCP was a sterilizer that farmers used to sterilize bugs so they wouldn't eat their crops. Well, the problem, Chris, was that it was so good that it sterilized the people that worked at the plant.
That's crazy.
Here's the challenge. They were spreading it on their crops, right? Some of the farmers were dumping it in their wells, which went directly to our water supply. Now, every time it rains, that water would drop that DBCP, right? So sooner or later it ends up there. Oh, by the way, it has a half-life of 1 billion years. A half-life of 1 billion years. A half-life of 1 billion years. Okay, so here's what our government does, and I'm going to bash them a little bit. They have a standard that if there's a certain rating on the DBCP, what happens is they can't give the water to the community. So what they do, Chris, is they'll take 2 or 3 good wells and mix it with the one well to get that number down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's just one example of the type of food that we're intaking. You say, well, I go all organic. Then I'd have to ask the question, are they letting the land rest every 7 years? Because if they're not, the nutritional value that was once there is lower and lower. Like I said earlier, 50 years ago to now, the food nutrition value is a lot less than what it was. So we're putting watered down gas in our body and we're expecting to perform at optimal performance. Chris, can you explain why that would make sense or would make sense?
I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. You put crap in your body, you get crap out. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely obnoxious. It's worth investing in good nutrition and connecting yourself to an opportunity. Ding, ding, ding. That's what we got here, guys.
Well, you said investing. Warren Buffett, this is what he said. They asked him, what's your best stock tip? So everybody's listening, man. This guy's a billionaire. He's going to let me know. He goes, invest in yourself, and that and only that will pay the highest dividends.
Makes sense to me. I've learned that lesson a few times.
Invest in yourself. I mean, who's more important than yourself?
Right.
So with that said, we just like you to stay tuned. We're going to talk some more about our amazing health and our incredible income opportunities that Chris and I have discovered. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody, I'm back with my good friend Chris, and we're back to share with you that amazing opportunity that we've been talking about and leading you on the whole way, and we didn't want to leave you hanging. So, what we want to talk to you about today is business in the 21st century. Is that right, Chris?
This is my favorite part of the conversation, yes.
Right. So, now let's talk about what everybody's been doing probably and not getting paid. Chris, what's on your heart, man?
Oh my goodness. This is the best topic, guys. This is so exciting. All right, so we've talked about healthy nutrition. We've talked about how it's changed our lives. We've talked about the systems themselves, how cost effective, how easy. The list goes on and on. It's a pretty crazy cool opportunity. Now, Dell was sharing earlier that there's an opportunity financially here. That's always exciting. Obviously, not only to get those products paid for, but to take over the world. The inner entrepreneur finally has a vessel, and we're going to unleash that beast right now. And this is the business of the 21st century. We're talking about network marketing. If you haven't heard about it yet, guess what? You will soon. Let us be part of that journey for you and sharing what that is for you. Okay, networking. Huge. Anybody who's an entrepreneur, businessman, artist, it doesn't matter. Networking is in our blood as people. It's
Let's
so
talk
key.
about what we said before, though, Chris. Where you said people are already networking. Can
We're
you
already
give us some
networking.
examples of what you're talking about,
Okay,
Chris?
right. So I say network marketing. A lot of people are like, what does that mean? I'll tell you what it is. Here's the example. You go out. You go see the best movie you've ever seen. I know I got a few on my list that I need to catch up with here. You go out, you see a great movie with your friend. All right, the next day, you're at the gym, you're working out, you're in between sets, and all of a sudden you're going to lean over. What's the first thing that we all do? oh my God, you're not going to believe the movie I saw last night. It's so good. You've got to go see it, right? We're all doing that. Or, hey,
Or
here's another
for me,
example.
I go out and eat and they give me good service.
Right.
And because they took good care of me, I want to do something for them.
Right. So what do you go do?
I take a picture, I do a check-in, I share everybody, the experience
you tell
with
everybody
everybody.
in town, oh my God, you're not going to believe this restaurant. It's incredible. Guess what Dale and I are doing? We're networking. We're already doing it.
We're doing it right now.
We're doing it right now. But guess what we weren't doing?
We weren't getting paid before.
I wasn't getting paid. I was talking about those great Nike sneakers that I just bought and how incredible they were. I was taking pictures of them, sharing it to all my friends. I don't believe that Nike was sending me checks, though, right? I was networking.
Neither were those movies, neither were those restaurants.
No, they weren't. Come on, guys. So we were networking. Guess what? What do you think you guys are doing right now? You're networkers already. You don't even know it yet. Guess what you are? You're networkers. You're just not getting paid. We want to show you how to do that.
Before we do, though, I want to share something with you about my own personal experience in business.
Okay.
And what it took me to become one of the best of the best. First of all, and some of this might be a low number, some of this might be a high number, but I had to do $60,000 worth of business a month just to be at zero.
That's
so all the lease headaches, all my employees, and I had great employees, so I'm not going to say employee headaches. However, collecting taxes for them, matching taxes, insurance, and all those other headaches. Chris, you mentioned it before, at my houses, I had to buy inventory because I had to have things to sell.
stack it up to the ceiling, right?
I had to pay lease.
Right.
So I was working for the government, I was working for the landlord, I was working for manufacturers, I was working for my employees, but I was working for everybody but myself.
And you're having to drive to this location that you were basically chained down to for any of it to happen.
So for 2 years before I changed my occupation, this question kept popping up in my mind. Do you own your business or does your business own you? And guess what, Chris? The business owned me.
For many, many years.
But that's changed.
Right. Things have changed. We are blessed, thank God, to have the internet. Yes, I know. I think we're all pretty familiar with the internet. So Dell was like so many other people. He did what he had to do. He did what we've done ever since the dawn of time.
We were supposed to do.
A brick and mortar building where he stocked inventory up to the ceiling, prayed that he sold it, and God knows what would happen if he couldn't. He had employees, taxes, he had rent, leasing. I mean, it was bonkers.
For the stuff that I didn't sell, Chris, to be honest with you, I gave it to Channel 18, which is our public station, so they can earn money. And then, of course, they, spoke about our business, and we got to write it off our taxes.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do with
That's just what he had to do. This was the old business model, guys, for the longest time. Dell and I both now, like many of you guys, have experienced what the power of the internet has been. Social media, guys, we're just scratching the surface on all of that. You guys think we're all figured it all out. We have not. We are on the tip of an iceberg for what social media and the internet are bringing us, and we have found an alliance here with a company and a team that we've put together that will leverage the heck out of that. It is incredible. It has finally made the world a smaller place. We are more connected than ever. We have brilliant minds, brilliant energy, and souls and people that we have teamed up and partnered with. And again, it's the brilliance of social networking. It's the brilliance of social media. It's the brilliance of what the internet has provided, and it has opened the door to the business of the 21st century. Guys, we are not talking about something far off into the distant future. We're talking about right now. This is happening right now. This isn't the future. This is the present. And you're either going to leverage that and let it work for you, or you're going to get left behind.
So let's talk. I want to talk about something for a moment, okay? Because how did I get involved? Well, I want you to think about what's the difference between our team and where you work. You see, I worked for other people before, and what happened, Chris, for me, because I was very successful, all of a sudden, I had these people above me that tried and squish me, or they overlooked me because I was younger, producing more, but because I was younger, they want to suppress me and put me down and keep me down.
Sounds like the old business model.
Yeah, it is the old business model. See, and the difference between that business model and the business model that me and Chris represent this is what I know. If we can help enough people get what they want, they can help us get what we want.
Absolutely.
But the emphasis is on you first and not us, where the old business model was on me. I'm the leader. I'm the one in charge. Oh, I don't want to teach this person, or I want to stifle this person's progress because I'm concerned that if I don't, they could take my position. And then what happens is you're going to work because you have to go to work, not because you want to go to work. And Chris, we get to go to work because we want to go to work. Is that
yeah,
right?
we do. This is incredible. So yeah, just like he said, you guys are experiencing out there. You're competing and clawing your way, usually in competition with your neighbor for the next promotion that's going to last you for however long. You know, we have completely change the wheel on all of that. We're again talking about network marketing. We're talking about the business of the 21st century. This is real life stuff, guys. This is not a fantasy or a game we're talking about. We live it every day, and we live this incredible opportunity. Obviously, we needed to connect this with you guys right here today, and that's why we're sharing it.
Well, you know, Chris, the other thing is, you know, in my business career, I've seen big companies go bye-bye.
Oh, yes, I can.
And a lot of times when they go bye-bye, all those people that worked for years ended up with that.
That's it, man. They get shafted. They get sent down. They get fired. They get laid off. It's scary. You're basically putting yourself in the most vulnerable position if you think about it. Like, how much worse does it get than that? Maybe this guy decides if you're going to be around later or not. That's terrifying.
So what we want you to think about, it's not just, you know, better health and everything. What we want you to think about also is being around the right kind of support team that's going to encourage you, that's going to work with you.
Network.
See, we have trainings. The best of the best in anything that you do in life, or those people that are the best of the best in anything they do in life, it's all because they train. Well, we have a network of trainers to help you through your difficult times, that are going to support you through your difficult times, to tell you, you know what, Chris, you can do this. You know, I don't know if you know this or not, Chris, but the most successful men in the world say the same thing, and that thing is this. When they wanted to quit, they didn't quit, and when they just went that extra step, that's when they became successful. Did you know that?
No, I believe it 100%.
But yeah. see, if you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you won't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't.
You guys take notes? You're right. I told you he was the best in the world at what he does, I swear.
If you think you lose, you lost. For out of the world you find, success begins with a man's will. It's all state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You're going to have to think high to rise. You're going to have to be confident in yourself if you're ever going to win the prize. See, life's battles don't always go to the strongest, fastest man, but sooner or later, the man that wins is the man that thinks he can. And you know what? I learned this from one of the presidents, one of the speakers that I listened to. He was going to go up speaking. He was super nervous. And this president walks up to him and he goes, you know what? There's a lot of people out there hurting. There's a lot of people that need to hear your message. I believe that you can do this. And what the speaker who was telling me the story said is that, you know what? If somebody else believes in you, you can do it.
Right. And that's part of being a great network, guys. So we're talking about networking. That's bringing the most incredible people into your inner circle and leveraging one another. That's what we do. We do it from a nutrition standpoint. We do it from a business coaching standpoint. And what we've done is weld those two worlds together, put them all under one nice home. That's what we do.
So let's say you go out to a good restaurant, right, and you do the Facebook thing. And you're sharing it with people because you truly believe that, hey, this is great. Chris, that's what we're doing right now.
That is.
See, for me, I've always been skeptic. So when I got started on the process, I don't know if I shared this with Chris or not, but I had to say, if this works, then I will. See, we're challenging you right now. It's going to cost $10 a day. However, if it doesn't work out for you, you can get all your money back. Now, you're going to start, when you get results, not if, when you get results, the first thing you're going to start to do, and this is what's happening with my wife right now. Everybody that hasn't seen her, because she works for the school district, she goes back to school, wow, what are you doing? They all want to know. Now, Chris, yesterday they were all going to go out and have lunch. She goes, no, I already have my lunch. And she pulls out her shake and she drinks her shake. And she gets this grin on her face because she knows she's so close to reaching her weight goals but it's not just the weight, it's her ambience. Is that the right word?
I feel like that's a pretty good way to describe it, actually, yeah.
You know, when you haven't seen her for a while, what was your
She
first
looked incredible. It's crazy. Every time I see Sonya, I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And I know what the heck is going on.
See, and you can too. But,
right, you absolutely can.
But it takes that first step. You have to make the quality decision, which is the same quality decision I had to make, which is the same quality decision my wife had to make, which is the same quality decision my son had to make, the same quality decision my son-in-law made. My son, he's lost over 50 pounds in the same amount of time.
Insanity.
I wish I would have brought my old pants,
yeah,
you know,
because
I have pants at home, Chris, that
right.
stretch.
Absolutely.
Because I was so uncomfortable. So anyway, number 3, we want to talk about our team. On our team, everybody is committed to see others succeed, whether it be health goals or wealth goals. Everyone on the team. Can you imagine working in an environment? Let me take that back. You're going to be working from your house. But we're going to communicate just like we're going to communicate right now. But everybody checking up on everybody making sure everybody's taken care of. Because if one person loses, the entire team loses. When one person wins, the entire team wins.
And that's the part and the power of being connected to the most incredible network in the world. That's what we have aligned ourselves with. So Dell and I have connected ourselves through network marketing with an opportunity to build a nutrition team called Team New Awakening. It's so exciting. It's our homegrown team. It's the best of the best. We have brilliant people behind this, the most support. We have athletes, we have nutritionists. Obviously, we work with nutrition systems. So yes, we're delivering these most incredible nutrition systems to people with different goals. We're seeing their lives change. It's an incredible, very rewarding experience. And guess what? What we're doing is also sharing that how people can get not only those products paid for, but to build residual income in the process.
So let's talk about the paid for thing, because this is what happened to me. Okay, I lost, I think it was like 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Okay, some people saw me, so I got them involved. Okay, so I think I made like $190 or something like that. Well, the product to get started is less than $350. Now, you can go out, where in business can you go out and start a business for $350, and if you don't like the business, get your money back?
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, but see, that's what we're talking about.
Right.
You say, well, Dell, $350 is a lot of money. Well, me, what was it? Where were we figuring about $7 a day?
Yeah.
For $3 more a day?
Right.
I mean, we just spent $2.46 on what? A grande
just a coffee.
Coffee, right?
Coffee.
So that and 54 cents, there's the $3 a day. Yeah. So where, it's making the adjustments, making the shifts, being determined that I'm tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm gonna make a change.
Right.
And see.
And we made that change.
And we both made that. And my family's making changes. I mean, my family. I wouldn't see my family. I care about my family. I'm sure you care about your family too. And when you start making changes, when you join our team, what's team? The acronym. Together, everyone achieves more. When you're around people that believe in you, that want to help you succeed, celebrate your success instead of trying to stifle you. I mean, it is contagious.
Right. So the great team that he's speaking of, guys, is for us personally, we've created Team New Awakening. Again, we connect people to nutrition systems for different goals. And what we've done is not only help them become healthier personally, but we've actually teach them. We as a team, we work together in helping them share that great message and this great opportunity with other people. Now, this can literally be done from anywhere in the world. So for people that need to be home with their families, people that you know, they need that flexibility. Maybe they have a creative side and they need something that can be flexible to that schedule. This is what we've done. We teach them, we train them, we coach them, support them on how to share this great opportunity with other people. And guess what? In turn, we're teaching them how to build an incredible income, residual income, building a true legacy. Right? We're not just trading time for money anymore. We're not just hoping the boss man doesn't fire us anymore. We're creating true leaders, true entrepreneurs, and giving anyone an opportunity to finally reach the limits and see what they're capable of. What is that worth? What is that worth?
Well, let's go back to my thing. So you know, 350 minus 190, and 350 I'm quoting high. So really at that point, I'm at what? 350, 190, $160. So 30 into 160, that's probably about $5 a day.
Not bad. To run it,
to feel great, yeah. Lose weight, to do all the things that I couldn't do before without sucking major wind or without hurting in my body. Less than $5 a day.
Not bad, guys. Not bad. A bad way to run a complete organization of your own. So, calling all entrepreneurs, calling all people that are ranging from stay-at-home moms to pro athletes to successful business organizations and leaders of your own. This is an opportunity for everyone. The nutrition is outstanding. The team is incredible. We lead such an incredible organization. I'm thrilled to be doing this with Dell. We came on here today because we wake up and feel the same thing that we do every day. And that is that we feel incredible personally, but we need to get this message out. I wish I knew about this so many years before I ever started. If someone had just woke me up and told me all about it. It lives within us. It's something that drives us. It is a passion to help people, and again, an opportunity to help build residual income and a legacy with people out there that are looking for a solution. What's that worth? Everything in the world to me. And I'm going to do everything I can to share that message as clearly as I possibly can with you guys today. I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to deliver that with this great team here in Dell. It's been incredible.
So for those who want to start, make the first step of their journey, I call it a journey for me, of becoming more healthy, losing weight, and getting paid for what you're already doing, just email me at Dell, D-E-L, just like the computer, but only one L, Dell@dellhelp.com. Anyway, Chris, I want to thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you guys for watching.
I look forward to working with everybody out there. I mean, we can do this.
We are doing it.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, guys.
CentralValleyTalk.com